We're seeing specialized AI pop up in some of the most interesting and unexpected places, moving way beyond just generic chatbots. And today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating case study, an AI platform called SoulShine, which is designed from the ground up to be a digital teammate for Christian ministries.
So, to really get why a tool like this even exists, I want you to picture a scene. It's Monday morning, maybe 6:30 a.m., the alarm goes off, a pastor or a ministry leader gets up, grabs that first cup of coffee, and sits down, hoping to ease into the week with some quiet reflection. But then they open their laptop, and bam! The inbox just explodes. Dozens of new emails flood in, questions about service times, broken registration links, prayer requests. The week hasn't even started, and they're already playing catch-up.
And that scene right there, that perfectly captures what we're talking about, the modern ministry dilemma. It's this constant state of being reactive, where you're always putting out fires. The urgent stuff is always pushing out the important stuff, and that leads to burnout and a kind of operational chaos that really holds a ministry back from making its biggest impact.
Okay, so this slide breaks down that central conflict perfectly. On one side, you have the core calling, right? The deep, spiritual, person-to-person work that, frankly, only a human leader can do. But on the other side, you've got this relentless, never-ending stream of administrative work. The emails, the scheduling, the logistics. It's all necessary, of course, but it just eats up all the time and energy that's supposed to go toward the ministry's real mission.
And that feeling of being buried, of spending way more time on logistics than on people, that is precisely the problem SoulShine AI was built to solve. The entire goal of the platform is to flip that script, to help ministries shift their focus from being reactive back to being relational.
So what's the solution here? Well, it isn't just another piece of software you have to learn. SoulShine actually frames its platform as a totally new category of digital staff, a set of AI teammates that are designed to plug right into the ministry's day-to-day workflow.
And the secret sauce behind all of this is something called Agentic AI. Now, this is a really crucial point. Unlike a simple chatbot that just sits there waiting for you to ask it a question, an Agentic AI is designed to be a proactive partner. It's engineered to understand goals and then actually take action on behalf of the ministry. And that makes it feel way less like a tool and a lot more like a genuine, intelligent assistant.
The system is built around two specialized AI agents that basically divide and conquer. Just think of Grace as the front office receptionist. She's the one facing the community, handling all those frontline communications. And then you've got Levi. He's the back office researcher, working internally with the staff, helping out with things like content, research, and strategy.
Okay, so that's the theory. But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's walk through what a typical day might be like with these AI teammates on the job. It all really comes down to this two-part approach. Grace handles that constant barrage of incoming requests, clearing the way for the human team, while Levi works behind the scenes to empower that team, helping them do their most important work more effectively.
So Grace is the one handling hundreds of those common questions 24/7 across the website, email, even text messages. She's managing event sign-ups, she's organizing prayer requests, and, this is key, she triages all the incoming messages, flagging only the truly urgent stuff that actually needs a human response. Just that one feature alone is an absolute game changer for inbox clutter.
Meanwhile, Levi is working in the background with the staff. A pastor could literally ask him to research the historical context of a biblical passage and then draft 3 different sermon illustrations. Boom! He can generate first drafts for social media posts, and he can even analyze engagement data to help the leadership plan more strategically. He's basically a creative accelerator. Now let's be honest. For any of this to work, especially in a faith-based context, there has to be a deep, deep level of trust. You can't just plug in some generic AI and hope for the best, and that's where the foundational technology becomes absolutely critical.
And this really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If you're a ministry leader, your very first concern is going to be safety and alignment. How can you be sure an AI is going to operate responsibly and actually represent your values correctly without going off the rails?
SoulShine's answer to this is what they call the faith-based AI engine. The best way to think of it is like the platform's conscience. It's a proprietary layer that's designed to make sure every single operation, from answering a simple question to generating content, stays within responsible and theologically sound boundaries.
And here's how they build that trust. The platform isn't some black box. Ministries get to set their own adjustable guardrails. They can upload their own specific statement of faith, and the AI uses that as its primary source of truth. They can define the voice and tone, and crucially, they set the rules for when an issue must be escalated to a human pastor. The humans are always in control. So when you put all of this together, you've got the Agentic AI, the 2 specialized teammates, and these faith-based guardrails. You circle right back to where we started. You actually solved that Monday morning problem.
And the result is a massive return on the single most valuable resource any leader has, their time. The platform is engineered to give ministry teams an estimated 10 to 20 hours back every single week. I mean, think about that. That is a huge shift in capacity. And that reclaimed time, it's not just about efficiency. It's about reinvesting that time back into the core mission. This means more time for one-on-one counseling, for mentoring new leaders, for prayerful strategic planning, and even for a pastor's own spiritual renewal. All the things that get squeezed out by that administrative overload.
This is the company's official tagline, and it really does sum up the entire value proposition perfectly. The goal is to use technology to simplify the operational side of ministry so that leaders are freed up to amplify their real, human-to-human impact. So I think the key takeaway here is that tools like this are no longer theoretical. They're here, and they're becoming more and more specialized every day. And that raises a fascinating question for all of us. As this technology continues to evolve, how is it going to reshape not just businesses, but our most ancient and human institutions? What does the future of faith and technology truly look like?